Caring for horses is a huge commitment that goes beyond riding and feeding. Today on Daily Reset, Yousef Alhawaj is going to talk to us about the proper way of taking care of your horse so it's always happy, healthy, and thriving. I'm your host, Abdulaziz Ismail, and we're going to take a small break and then return and start our conversation with our esteemed guest. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are back from our break with our esteemed guest, Yousef Alhawaj. Welcome back to the show, Yousef.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
We're pleased to have you once more, talk more about horses and the world of horses. Taking care of horses, proper care. We've spoken about this in our previous encounter just a little bit. We kind of went through how to feed them properly, and we want to kind of dig deeper in this episode and go into more details. Horse care, what does that exactly involve? The proper horse care.
Horse care is the most difficult thing because you're dealing with a creature who cannot speak to you.
Okay.
And even if you try to speak to them, they won't even understand 1% of what you're saying. So the way to take care of them is to deal with them physically.
Okay.
When I mean physical, I don't mean by hitting them or treating them wrong. I mean, if a horse who's scared of something, you need to show him this thing is not a danger. You need to understand horses is a creature who's going to run away before he thinks. It's the opposite of a human in this specific topic. So for you as a human, if someone is going to, for example, threaten you, if they threaten you from 10 meters, you're not going to feel threatened. You're just going to sit there, start to think. As soon as they get closer and closer until to a certain point of distance, you're going to feel scared because they might actually hurt you. Horses is the opposite. If from a mile, they're going to get scared, run away, and then stand from the distance and start to think, okay, no, I know this person. This is not a danger. So they're going to come back to you. This is how you take care of those horses. You need to understand the way they think, and then you deal with it. You show them what they're scared of. It's not scary. It's not going to hurt them. It's not a harm. It's not a harm to them, basically. And then you build up your relationship with them this way.
Okay, so it's a gradual thing. It's not an overnight thing, really.
Exactly, yes.
We're talking in previous episodes about how much time you spend around your horses and how much you take care of them. Now, for one horse, how much time does it take daily to give them proper care? In terms of like hours and time.
In hours, you cannot calculate that. So basically, after feeding them, you need to clean them, brush them, brush their hair, make sure their boxes is clean, they have the right food, they have clean water, they're healthy. You check the hoofs, because basically the most important thing in the care of the horses is the hoofs.
Okay.
As there is a saying no hoof, no horse.
Mm-hmm.
The small thing or the smallest damage that could happen to the horse hoofs, it could destroy the whole horse. You might not have a horse anymore.
Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, basically, let's say if you brought the wrong farrier who's going to cut the hoof of the horse, and he cut the heel a little bit more than the normal, and let's say the horse has one hoof is bigger than the other.
Okay.
That's going to put more pressure on the hoof or the shoulder that has a smaller hoof. Let's say the left side has shorter hoof than the right one. So the horse is standing
it's
this way.
Off balance.
Yeah, off balance. So the more pressure is on the left shoulder, which is going to cause him problems when he starts to move or to canter. And that takes me back to a story that I had a horse to break 1 month ago.
Okay.
And the horse was very young. He's almost 3 years now. And I broke the horse, and the horse is very beautiful and nice. But the thing is, some people, they don't understand that when you're cantering the horse, you need to choose which lead of the shoulders he's taking. Either it's the left side or the right side. And you need to put the horse in a specific position to go on this shoulder that you want. And this horse, I was putting the horse into a position where he's cantering on the left shoulder, and he's doing it very softly and nice. But when I try to put him on the right shoulder, he's not doing it. He's struggling.
Okay.
And I kept pushing and pushing until he understood that I want the right shoulder. And he forced himself to go into it. And I thought of everything you could thought of as a horse trainer. But the problem was, after a week or 5 days of training, I kept checking the horse, and the horse is not doing it. And I started to doubt myself that I'm doing something wrong, because the horse is completely perfect. There's nothing wrong with him. Until I decided to check the hooves.
Okay.
When I checked the hooves, the right hoof is actually 1 millimeter bigger than the left hoof.
1 millimeter.
1 millimeter,
And that made all that difference.
Yeah. So basically, to put the horse into cantering on the left side or the left shoulder, you need to shift his weight to the left side, where he's going to go on the left shoulder.
Okay.
To go to the right, you need to shift the weight to the right to go to the right shoulder. And the problem here was the hoof is bigger, so the horse is standing this way.
Okay, that makes
So his weight is already shifted to the left. He cannot shift to the right. And that's where was the struggle. So I had the farrier, because whoever was putting the shoe on this horse before he comes to my place, he did something wrong.
Okay.
I had the farrier to fix the shoulder. The second that he fixed the hoof on the right side, bam, like this. The horse is
back
straight to the right shoulder.
Okay.
No problem.
It's good to go and everything's fine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so like 1 millimeter actually made that difference.
Yes.
And you know, based on somebody who's hearing right now, it sounds tiny, right? It's a tiny difference. But based on your story, it makes a huge difference if one hoof is bigger than the other, even by 1 millimeter.
Yeah, imagine the horse is already weighing between 400 to 600 kg.
Okay.
And you're sitting on top of him. Let's say for myself, I'm about 95 kg. So you're putting more weight on him.
Okay.
For him to deal with you, to be able to balance you on his back. And he's already struggling with shifting the weights because of the hoof. If you have a small scratch in the hoof of the horse, that means the hoof could get destroyed, and then the whole horse will
not be able
have
to stand
issues.
up. Will have
Yeah.
issues. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, new horse owners, they just started riding, they're learning, right? What are some of the most common mistakes that you've seen new horse owners make when it comes to taking care of their horse?
The most common mistake that they do is actually the fact that they think the horse has to stay in the box and the work has to be on his back.
Okay.
So basically, to work with your horse, you need to work more on the ground instead of the back. I had someone who was boarding his horse in my riding center, and he was facing issues with asking the horse to do something, and the horse is not doing it. And then I gave him advice. I said, listen, just try groundwork. And he looked at me like I'm talking like science.
Yeah.
And I said, no, groundwork, that means you get off the horse and start to work with the horse from the ground. And then I showed him. A day later, he came to me, he said, listen, the horse has changed completely.
Okay.
From one session. I said, yes, exactly, because you're actually showing the horse what you want from him on the ground before you get on top of him.
Okay.
So the common mistake is not working on the groundwork. They think just sit on the back of the horse and you can fix everything. No, you cannot fix anything.
There's more to it than just sitting on the back of the horse and trying to ride it. There is more kind of face-to-face that you have to have with the horse.
Yeah, put it this way, from the day you break the horse until the day his life is finished and he passed away, this horse started with the groundwork and he's going to finish with the groundwork.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which field you're choosing.
That makes sense. Now, horses, whoever hears about a horse always associate that with a stable. Now, is that the case in terms of taking care of a horse? Do you always need a stable, or can you keep your horse at home?
You can keep your horse at home if you have a stable.
Okay.
If you have a box there,
So
you can keep the horse there.
It's gonna be in a circle, and it'll take you back to a stable.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's actually my dream, to have a house with my own boxes in there.
Well, hopefully you continue in your journey and become more successful, and you reach that dream.
Inshallah.
Now we're gonna take a small break, and then we'll talk more about horse care when we return.
Sure.
Dear viewers, don't move away from the TV just yet. We're gonna take a small break, and then we'll continue right afterwards. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. We continue our conversation with our esteemed guest, Yousef Alhawaj. Hello again, Yousef.
Hi there.
We're talking about horse care and the importance of having a stable to take care of your horses. What is the number one rule that somebody should know prior to owning a horse?
They should know a phone number of an excellent vet
Okay.
before they own the horse, because a small tiny mistake with the medicines that could cause you a huge problem, which happened a lot, and I've seen it so many times. And the other issue that when you go and talk to, let's put it this way, so many people, they will try to cut the costs of the medications for their horses. So basically they will ask people who've been in the field few years before them, and they're gonna suggest to give them this kind of medicine or this kind of medicine. And that's where the issue happens. When they start to give those medicines and the problem is not solved, they're gonna go call the vet. When the vet arrives, they don't actually describe to them what they have done and what they gave.
And the vet needs that information.
Yeah, and then the vet is gonna give them the medication, and then you're gonna have a conflict of medication inside his body, which is gonna cause you more trouble than actually curing the horse.
Okay. Now, medical wise, that's what happens to horses when you don't take care of them.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is that what happens to horses when you don't take care of them properly if we're talking about a healthy horse, you don't take care of it properly, you don't feed it properly, you don't clean it properly. What are we expecting there?
You will have a horse that has no muscle.
Okay.
You will have a horse that he cannot actually perform more than 20, 15 minutes. And that's a huge trouble. If you have a horse who's been created by God, and he's a creature who's going to be able to run 1,000 miles per day, he cannot perform more than 15 minutes, that's an issue. That's something wrong inside his body that you need to fix. Taking care of the horse is a very sensitive subject.
Okay.
You need to clean the horse, you need to make sure the horse is brushed, and you will be very surprised. Brushing a horse is going to change his life completely.
Okay, can we talk more about that?
Yeah, basically, so you might have a horse who's like skinny, thin, he's not performing very well. Brushing your horse body is actually gonna make him happy.
Okay.
You're actually showing the horse that you care about them. This is the thing that people, they don't understand. Those creatures, they will give their life to you. They might die for you. But how they gonna die and give their life to you if you don't show them that you care about them?
Mm-hmm.
If you stood there, I have a horse, I have a stallion in my stable. He doesn't allow anyone to brush him except me.
It's only you. He knows you.
Just
and
me.
He trusts you.
Just me. So many people tried, it's just me. If I have the farrier trying to put the shoe on him, shoeing the horse, he will not stand still. He will beat everyone. He will kick everyone unless I'm standing next to him.
Okay.
Even if you try to get on his back, I had someone who challenged me. We had like a challenge between us. He said, I can ride your horse. I said, no, you cannot. And then I said, listen, I'll make a deal with you. If you come and be able to ride this horse, if you get on his back and he allows you, you have the horse.
Oh, wow.
Take the horse and just leave. He stayed there until like it was around 10 p.m. We stayed until almost 11 p.m.
Okay.
And then I said to him, I said, listen, you can keep trying all night. He's not going to allow you, but I need to go home. Yeah.
He was taking that long.
Yeah, he was trying. He keeps trying. The horse is just not allowing him. I mean, you're going to try to get on his back and he just moves. He won't allow you to.
That horse only loves you, trusts you, and knows you.
The only person since his birth until today, the only person who've been on his back is me.
That's fascinating.
He doesn't allow to.
Very loyal creatures, horses are.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about taking care of the horse, brushing that hair. Does the same go for daily grooming or like routine grooming? I don't want to say daily, but routine grooming. Does that benefit the horse's health?
Yeah, it has to be done daily.
Oh, daily, okay.
You need to brush the horse daily. You need to shower the horse after each time when you finish your workout.
But like cutting the hair of the horse?
You can cut the hair to the specific length that you prefer. I mean, I've seen so many hair designs in horses field that doesn't make any sense, but I mean, if you like it this way, no one can complain. That's your
You've seen a horse with a mohawk?
Yeah. Okay. Actually, yes. And I actually like that horse.
Okay, it looks good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It was a black horse. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Veterinary checkups. How important and how often should a horse go through those?
Not very often if you're taking good care of them.
Okay.
If you're keeping them healthy, you're giving them the right diets, you don't need the vet. The vet is going to stay away.
Okay.
But if you face any issue that you think there is a problem with the horse, just don't do anything. Just call the vet.
Okay.
The vet is gonna arrive. He's gonna check the horse. He might tell you your imagination is creating whatever you're thinking of, and it might be nothing.
Could that be also a change of diet for the horse? Like, could that
Could be.
affect their health or even their mood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes horses. This is actually a really nice thing to talk about.
Okay.
The horses are very moody,
Okay.
more than you can imagine.
Okay.
They're very moody to the point that sometimes you might come to the box and he might saw you standing next to another horse box, checking the horse.
Okay.
You're not actually touching the horse or petting him.
Okay.
And he might get jealous and just like give you his back and go away. I don't want to talk to you. You might spend hours trying to get him to come to you to pet him or to just whatever. He won't come to you. He will just stand away. He'll just be like, go away. You betrayed me.
You betrayed.
You
You're
betrayed.
talking to
You're
another
touching
horse.
another horse. That's
Very
the way
jealous.
they think. Yeah,
Okay.
very jealous.
Now, in terms of living environment, what makes a good living environment for a horse?
Good living environment is to. It always go back to the same thing.
Okay.
Good food, good water, good hay, movement.
Okay.
Movement. The horse need to move. You cannot put the horse. I mean, imagine if I put you in just one box with
Right.
4 walls and just leave you there for the whole week.
It's gonna affect the psychological health.
Yeah, exactly. This is what happens with the horses. That's when you see people saying this is a crazy horse. He's not crazy. He's been sitting between 4 walls for too long. It's like I do create content for the social media, teaching people about the horses.
Okay.
And then I was talking about one horse one day, that the horse has mental issue, but technically he doesn't have it. We gave it to him. The human gave it to him, right? Put it this way.
They caused it.
Yeah, they caused that. And then one of the comments, it was a girl that she's commenting saying, I don't have to deal with this kind of horse. I can just like sell him or throw him away. And then I said to her, okay, the way you're thinking is completely wrong, because let's say you as a human, you got sick. And then when you are sick or you have a mental issue, we're just going to abandon you and just throw you away.
This is the thing.
Your family is not going to care about you. We as a human, we're not going to care about you. Just go deal with it by yourself. And since that day until today, I have not received any comment from her anymore.
Right.
This is the thing. When a horse have an issue, you don't have to throw his whole life away because he have a small issue. Fix it. It's going to take a long time. I have one of my horses, when I bought him, he doesn't allow anyone, which actually it's the same horse that doesn't allow anyone to get on his back. He doesn't allow anyone to touch his ears because they abused him in a way with his ears.
Okay.
It took me around 9 months of spending time with this horse in his box, 6 hours a day, until I'm allowed to touch his ear.
Touch the ears because they associated their ears with torture and abuse.
Yeah.
Don't touch me on my ears. I've been hit before here, or
Yes, exactly.
whatever they did to the poor thing's ears. Now, exercise, playtime. How important is that for a horse?
It's very important. The horses has to work, doing what you want them to do, but plus you need to take them outside hiking.
Okay.
And it goes the opposite way. You cannot just keep them hiking outside and not working in the arena.
You have to find the balance between.
Yes, you have to have, for example, what I do, 4 days in the arena, 3 days outside. I just jump on a horse and just take him for 3-4 hours ride.
Okay.
And I bring everyone I know who trains in my riding center, telling them, okay, on those days, we'll take the horses walking outside for 3-4 hours. We just go early in the morning and we come back in the afternoon.
Okay, so I have a cycle and cycle out the days. They're gonna rest for this much time and then they're gonna play for this much time, so the horse doesn't get bored and their psychological health doesn't get messed up.
Yes, exactly.
It's definitely eye-opening how to take care of your horse properly. Now I want to talk more about that, but we're gonna take a small break and then we'll continue right afterwards. Dear viewers, we're gonna go away for a minute and then we continue right after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. We return once more with our esteemed guest, Yousef Alhawaj. Hello again, Yousef.
Hi there.
Now, there has to be some sort of routine to take care of your horse daily. Certain steps that you gotta follow. What could those be?
Basically, when they wake up in the morning, they go to the walker. They walk around for about 40 minutes, both sides, make sure that you work each shoulder. When they finish, they go back to their boxes. They have their meal. After that, they have their hay. They finish from there, they go to the sun box. So basically, their box is just closed with a light that's created by human.
Okay.
But the horses, they need the sun to grow. They need the sun to be healthy. So they go to the outside boxes where they sit in the sun for a couple of hours. And then when they finish from there, you have the rotation where you send the horse to the arena to run and play by his own. There's no one around him. He's just gonna walk around, wandering by himself, playing, jumping, doing whatever he wanna do. Roll on the sand as well. When he finish, he goes out, another horse goes in. And you keep rotating the horses until their second meal. When they have the second meal, you start to put them back to the sun boxes. And then there's a small arena that they go to where they just like wandering around, just sniffing. But the sand there is actually heavier than the arena. The arena has to have like a flat ground because you use it for the jumping, you use it for the running, for all of that. The small arena, it has a thicker sand where their hoofs is gonna dig inside of the sand, where it's gonna teach them to work different kind of muscle. When they finish that, they go back to their boxes. Before their last meal, they will go out to the arena or hiking, depend on the day. They will spend in the arena around an hour or 2 hours just working. If it's a show jumping horse, I will jump him. If it's just a horse that I'm breaking, I will keep teaching the horse that someone is gonna sit on your back. You need to understand that you need to stop when I say this. When I pull the rein, this is what you need to do. If it's the right rein, this is the right direction, this is the left direction, and just teaching the horse. And if it's a horse that I'm just using for fun, just for hiking, I will put him in the arena and just give him another 2 hours of working. That's how you have a program for your horse.
Daily routine that you take care of your horse with. Now, I'm somebody who's getting more and more fascinated about horses and how to take care of them as we continue talking. However, I know nothing about it. All I know is what I'm learning from you right now.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to learn proper horse care skills, how can I do that?
That's gonna take you loads of time, loads of efforts.
Okay.
And the most important thing that you want to learn. Some people, they just like the idea of having a horse, like the idea of riding a horse. Oh, I want to learn. And then what I do to most of them, actually, I say to them, okay, come and join me in June at 12 p.m.
Interesting.
cleaning the boxes. You'll be surprised, 99% of them, they just run away. They don't want horse anymore.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, because it's very hot and you have to deal with the horse and you have to clean the horse and you need to take care of him. And this is the issue. So many people, they want horses, but they don't want to deal with caring of the horse. The horse care depends on you. You need to saddle the horse, you need to unsaddle the horse, you need to clean the horse, you need to shower the horse, you need to give him his food. I mean, we all have workers, but at the end of the day, you need to make sure that he's giving him the right amount, he's taking care of the horse is clean. And you'll be very surprised when you talk to people and you ask them if they ever have a dentist to the horse.
Okay.
So many people, they
don't.
just don't even know that
There's
this thing
dentists
does
for
exist.
horses.
Yeah. There's dentists for the horses. He comes to check the teeth, check the mouth, make sure that the horse teeth is healthy every 6 months.
Okay.
And when you do that, you have a healthy horse. If your horse is skinny, he's not getting fat, there's an issue with his teeth. If the horse is eating the food and the food is dripping from his mouth, that means there's an issue with the teeth.
Okay.
That's it to be fixed. You'll be very surprised when you see a horse who passed 6 months and his teeth is not being checked, because sometimes they kind of like brush the teeth to make it straight and nice.
Okay, so they sand them out.
Yeah, they sand
They get filed down.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it actually grows like knives.
Okay, so
they'll
the
be very-
teeth keep growing.
Yeah, they keep
Okay.
growing. And then you cut them down, and they grow again, and then you cut them down. So when they grow as knife, you'll see the horses not be able to chew the food. That's when you have the food is dropping out of their mouths.
Okay, so horse dental care consists of filing down the teeth because they continue growing and they look like knives.
Yeah.
Is there, like, for lack of better terms, is there a special tooth paste for their teeth?
No.
Okay.
It's only the dentist. He will come and then he will grind them down.
Okay, so they just
Suppose
need the biannual time to take care of their teeth by the dentist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Now, since we're on the subject of teeth, there's this one very common thing that we see in cartoons, animation movies, and even normal movies. There's always the horse is given a sugar cube as a treat. Is that a real thing?
It's actually a real thing, but it's the most dangerous.
Okay, how so?
It's not good for his health.
Okay.
So basically, the only thing you can give it to them if there's something they don't want to eat and it's good for them. For example, let's say you're deworming the horse.
Okay.
You know that there is worms that they grow in the stomach of the horses from the hay.
Okay.
So if your hay is not very clean, which is a common thing, when they eat it, the worms on the hay, it's gonna have the eggs, or the eggs of the worms is gonna pop, and then you have worms in the horse.
Okay.
To get rid of that, you need to give it worm paste. The worm paste, sometimes they just don't want it. They don't want to eat it. So you put some sugar on it, which is gonna sniff it, and they're gonna know this is sugar. So they like it, they're gonna eat it.
It's kind of a trick.
Yeah,
Give
you're
them
tricking them.
medicine.
Yes. But mainly, we don't give sugar cube. We actually, I know exactly what you mean. You mean the salt cube.
Well,
It's actually salt.
it's salt. Okay.
Why we give salt to the horses instead of sugar? Sugar is not good for them. The salt is going to keep them away from eating the sand, because when they go to the sun, they're going to sniff some salt, a salty smell, which is going to make them think, okay, I need salt in my body, so I'm going to eat the sun.
Okay.
This cube is going to protect them from going there, because they already covered this from the cube.
Okay.
And that's how you keep them away. Also, we put shades under the horses. It's cleaner and tidier and kills the smell and the bacteria. And the shades is actually smells salty as well. So that will protect them from eating that, because if that goes in, it's a hassle to get it out of their system.
Okay, that makes sense. So you give them their necessity of salt in the form of salt cubes, so they don't eat sand or they don't eat anything else that could potentially harm them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, life is full of lessons, and sometimes we learn from different things, all sorts of things, not necessarily from other people. I know that horses learn how to be tamed from the rider, but you must have learned some sort of lesson from taking care of your horses. Can you tell us what that is?
I learned to be on time.
Okay.
Because all the horses, they will get upset if they don't have their food. You'll be very surprised. The horses, they have their own biological
clock.
Okay. They know when it's the time for
feeding time.
So sometimes when we have classes in the late time, because of the sun, so we wait the ground to get cool a little bit, the sun goes down. When it's time for feeding, you will see the horses in the arena, they just stop. They go near the door. They know where the exit is.
Okay.
They know it's feeding time. So you kind of had to put a little bit of pressure to force them to keep moving.
Okay.
And that happens a lot when it's in the summer. Because in the summer we work late because of the sun. In winter it doesn't happen. It's less often that happens. Okay. But in summer it happens a lot. They know the feeding time. You'll hear them screaming and shouting when feeding time is happening.
Okay. It's definitely fascinating, and I'm learning a lot about horses. They're very similar to humans in terms of psychological states and even physical states. Now, once again, unfortunately, our time has come to an end. I want to personally thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Dear viewers, there you have it from Yousef Alhawaj, the proper way to take care of your horse and how to be a skillful individual who knows what their horses need. This has been Daily Reset. Take a breath and reset.